always grow. How they see the link through us, you know. Weekends, get it poppin' on the low. Better days coming for sure.
Hi, my name is Jade, and welcome to our channel, Get Into the Black, talking about all things lifestyle and business. As you can see by the title, today's video is going to be one for our hip hop heads. We're going to be doing a breakdown of the music video Luther by Kendrick and SZA. I just want to share with you guys how in tune me and Kendrick and his team are, because before this video dropped, I was just chilling, playing with my kids, and something told me to pick up my phone. I picked up my phone, and what did it look? My phone. It could have just said on the top of it. It didn't know, but I swear it said on the top of it, Kendrick dropped. But no, for real, it was a notification from YouTube telling me that Kendrick Lamar had dropped a new video. So I go to it, and what do I see? I see a music video for Luther. Praise the Lord. It's a nice little Friday gift for us, right before the weekend came in. Thank you, Kendrick. Thank you, Kendrick, and SZA. Thank you guys for blessing us in this way. So how I prepared for this video breakdown, because I was amped. I saw the video and I was just like, oh, I gotta watch all the reactions. I gotta see somebody break down this video. And then I was on my threads, right? And I had posted. For those who don't know, I am really big on threads. I love threads. I'm not an ex person Twitter. I stopped using that years ago. So threads though, I like posting it because I could just like post stuff real quickly. And a lot of the things I post about have been about this beef and this battle between Kendrick and Drake and how it continues to manifest itself, right? So every day I just like, I just like kicking Drake's back in. It's just fun, brings a little light to my life. so so I do this on my threads, and when the video dropped, I immediately post like, hey, Kendrick dropped. Somebody's like, you be on it. So we start having a discussion. I say, you know what? Let me bless the people here on YouTube, cause my people over there on Threads, they be getting blessed with those breakdowns and my ideas, and that a couple of these people that they pump me up. They said, yes, we know you got a YouTube channel. Why don't you bring this to YouTube? And I said, let's do it. Let's do it. So with that being said, I wanted to make sure you guys know I decided I only watched like maybe like two or three breakdowns. Not breakdowns. I didn't watch any breakdowns. I watched like reactions. It was like Kish and I think like maybe Curtis. And then I said, oh, stop. Because I don't want my ideals to be influenced by any of these people. I wanted to be straight off the dome for myself. So I stopped watching everything just so that I could come and make sure I bring you guys fresh ideas that aren't influenced by other people. With that being said, let's get into my first thoughts when it comes on this video and how I felt the first time I watched it. First things first, great acting. Great acting. I felt the love on screen. The way these love interests were looking at each other, I just felt it. Felt it all warm and fuzzy in my belly, like it was Valentine's Day. And might I add that every single last person in this video was looking very snacktastic, like a straight up snack. Come on now. SZA blessed us with all that cake so early in the morning. She said, let me feed them cake. I know that's a terrible reference to use, but I felt like she told the team, she said, it's never too early for cake. Let's give it to them. And I said, thank you, SZA. Thank you. Thank you for the cake. But yes, as I was saying, let's get back to this video. It was a beautiful love story, beautiful display of black love. And what I think was being told in this story was we are seeing two love stories happening at the same time. Kendrick and SZA representing the male and female perspective of a relationship. One that clearly has ups and downs, where maybe the people are having some type of financial issues, things where they might have to make very difficult decisions within a relationship that might shape how their relationship turns out and the things that they go through. And how I think a lot of times, like as men and women, that we wish that we could give the people that we love the world. And if the world was yours to give, what would you do for that person? I think it was really beautiful how they have interwoven the original song that they sampled, the Luther Vandross song. I think it was beautiful how they how it's going in and out. They paid great homage to that song in this video, and it was I was talking to my husband. I was like, it was very beautiful in a sense in that, I don't like always trying to compare Drake, but we're gonna have to do that sometimes. So we were listening to ASAP Rocky Problems, and Drake has the lyrics where he says, drop down and get your ego on, girl. um and I was like, it's funny, it's like when Drake does samples or he takes lyrics from somebody else, he doesn't really like, I was like, he does a great job at making us feel the nostalgia you felt when you first heard that original song, but he don't put enough sauce on it, right? To where it's still different. And I felt like Kendrick and SZA did a great job with this song Luther in the sense that it still maintained the beautifulness that Luther Vandross gave us with the original, but the way they have sampled it and they flipped it to make it still has the essence of the original, but it still feels like a new body of work. I think this is beautiful sampling in the imagery they provided to us through this music video. Prayed Played true to the song and what it made people feel when we first heard this Luther Vandross hit. Right. Okay. So let's get into some of the scenes that we seen here. So the first scene opens up with Kendrick, and he is with his love interest that we see throughout here, and they're just kind of looking at each other. At this time, I'm trying to figure out where are they? Where are they at? I'm thinking like maybe it's an apartment building or something of that sort. But later on in the video, I come to realize the setting that they are at is a hotel. So they are at a hotel looking very lovey-dovey and kind of spicy at each other, right? We see the same scene play out at a wider angle later on in the video. You get to see the full view of what they're looking at, and they're going up in this elevator to a room, clearly. Um, and the way they're just looking at each other, you got this feeling that they have been together for a while, right? And that's why I think the black and white start to play a role in me because the opening scene is in black and white, right? And I think the black and white throughout this video, the contrast between the black and white and the color scenes throughout this video, I believe the director wanted us to understand that this is a past version of them that is in black and white, and the color is the current. And we see the next scene is Kendrick. He is sitting at this place on a bench, and now the scene switches to color, right? And I'm sitting here like, one, why does he look so sad? And where is he at? Took me a while to figure out where he was at. And initial thoughts, I thought they were in the hotel. He was in the hotel lobby. But later on in the music video, you see a wider angle of this scene, and you see him next to SZA at the same location. And that's when I said, that looks like a courthouse. There's no way that's a hotel lobby. It looks depressing there. That's giving me courthouse vibes. And I think it's absolutely funny that he would wear a Canadian tuxedo to a courthouse. And he looks sad. And in the same wide angle scene when we see SZA, there's a part where they zoom in on her and she looks sad here. It's like a contemplation. And every time they're sitting here and the camera kind of zooms in on them, it's as if they're reflecting. And then it goes back to showing us scenes that are in black and white. So that's again where I started to getting this understanding that the switch between the colored scenes and the black and white scenes are supposed to represent the past and the present of their relationships that they are reflecting on at this courthouse. And I'm wondering why are at this time, why are they at a courthouse? The next couple scenes that comes in is of Kendrick and his love interest in the hotel room. The scenes are back in color, so it's letting us know this is the present day. And this here, I feel like, is giving us details as into why he would be at a courthouse, right? So you see them sitting in the room, these doors open up, and it's as if he's sitting down and he's talking to her, telling her a story, and they're watching the story play out in these open doors that open up. And this is where the scene with him, and it looks like being the GNX in the background with a red cape draped over it, and him dressed with what appears to be the outfit he wore in the cover for Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and he's like kind of holding a gun. So I find this very interesting. And this is where I'm going to pull in some other additional information that is outside of what we see in this film, right? Or this video. Um, and Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, on his album cover, is him with his family, and he has the gun with him. And I felt like that body of work is kind of going into how he loves his family and he wants to protect them, right? And he had to protect them by focusing within and addressing some of the traumas he had in his life so he could be a better person for them, so that he could love them, protect them, and do everything that you're supposed to do as a husband and a father. Now we see him with the GNX. And what does the GNX represent to him? So I remembered that he had first posted this GNX before any of this beef stuff popped off, right? He had posted this GNX and it was like March 19th he posted it. He what his name? Future dropped like that on March 22nd. So it was right before everything popped off. The album that he came out with after this battle was all over is called GNX. And what I always felt like the GNX is supposed to represent his new legacy. Whereas the good kid, Mad City, he had that man that represented, that was when he first came out, he was fresh. But this GNX, that's supposed to represent the new part of his legacy, him taking control of hip hop and bringing in this new Kendrick era, right? And he's in this video, he has the GNX protected. That's what I think. When you put a tarp or a covering on a car, it's so that you can protect it. And he's shooting in that scene, meaning bloodshed, right? He's protecting the car from what's going on. He's protecting his legacy. He's protecting hip hop. I believe this is the story he is retelling to his love interest, and she's listening into it and she's hearing what he has to say. um and I mean that would check out why later on he would end up having to go to court and why he would have on this Canadian tux, because he just strangled him a goat. I mean, if we want to talk about it, let's talk about it. He strangled him a goat that happens to be Canadian. So I mean, that checks out for me. I don't know about you, but it checks out for me. So the next scene, we are introduced to SZA, And this is why I kind of think that the scenes with SZA, the reason how I came up with the concept that it was two parallel relationships happening simultaneously and that they have no real connection with each other is because there's actually a couple of scenes where SZA and Kendrick are in scenes together, but they never really interact with each other. They're just in the same space. But the fact too that it kind of flashes on the screen, it says with SZA, it just kind of presents this idea that it's separate. This is SZA's moment. This is SZA's story of maybe something. I don't know yet. We're gonna circle back to this idea. Um, this is SZA's story, right? She's retelling her story. And at first, when she's rolling up, I think she because at this moment I realize it's a hotel, right? I think she rolling up and she about to pop off. Cause she a little spicy when she walking. She dropped that jacket though. It's all like cake. I say, she ain't about to fight like goodness, dressed like that. So she knocks on the door and her love interest answers the door and she pushes him in. And no. You already kind of getting with the what she's laying down, that she about to lay it down. And I just thank you. I thank you for that imagery because sometimes it be like that. It be like that. So with this, I have kind of gathered up that SZA is coming to display for us the female version of when you meet your man at a hotel or a place, a dwelling. And it seems like this place holds some form of significance. For the people involved, for both SZA and Kendrick's and their love interests. It seems like this hotel represents something of importance for them, that may be a place that they go to either engage in sexual rendezvous, escapades with each other, and or where they go to deliver each other important information because this place, for whatever reason, holds some sense of importance to them. In these past scenes that they're showing, the black and white scenes with SZA, it's her caressing her love interest, and it really seems like she is paying attention to his needs, caring for him. And if you hear some like the lyrics, is saying she just doing what she knows. Like as a woman, she's just taking care of her man because it looked like old dude is going through something. He is going through something, and it's interesting because his demeanor throughout the video kind of matches Kendrick's demeanor in a sense, in that they look kind of drained, like life is really beating they booty. I'm trying not to cuss, y'all. Like life is really beating they booty, and they need their woman to either, to just take care of them, to take the stressors of life off of their shoulders for the moment, even if it is for a short moment. Then we got this scene with, we see Kendrick's love interest coming down the elevator. This is where I started to develop the idea that this place was important to them, maybe because this is the place where they first met each other. So when she's coming down this elevator, she sees him, he sees her. But when he sees her, he's kind of like so deep in thought, he doesn't even like, he like goes back to doing whatever he was doing, to back to thinking. And I thought to myself, I was like, if you saw somebody who you're with and you see her and you're just so deep in thought and you just play her no mind, it's giving that they don't really know each other yet. And this is where it kind of confirms to me that the black and white is supposed to represent the past, and that this is the place where they first met each other. Because in this scene, they kind of look at each other, they look away, like they don't really know each other, but catch again, like, who's that over there? What's really good? Yeah. Later on, we have another scene here where It is Kendrick and his love interest, and it appears to be maybe like a burger place or some type of restaurant that they are at, but there's nobody else there but them. It comes off a little eerie and weird, but I think it's a really dope representation of how it feels sometimes when you're in love, where it just feels like it's you and that other person. Like, although there might be other people around, it don't feel like they are there. That they are not important to the script of this love story that you guys are creating right now. So that kind of is all of the things that I got from this music video. I just want to thank SZA, Kendrick, PG Lane, TDE, everybody who was involved with putting this together and giving us this wonderful, wonderful gift that we can dissect, rewatch, and just love for an opious amount of time. I just want to thank everybody for giving us this body of work that we can rewatch and enjoy for years to come. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to everyone involved. With that being said, leave your comments in the comment box below if you think I was wrong. If you have some more details you want to share about anything, I'm pretty sure there was something I left out in this. Make sure you share in that comment box. With that being said, before I go, if you like this video, please make sure you hit the like button, and I'll be sure to bring you guys some more videos like this if you like this sort of content. Thank you guys. For anybody who watched into the end, who is hearing my voice right now, I really appreciate you. We've been slowly growing this channel, trying to figure out what kind of content to provide, and you know what? We did a lot of videos about us living in Puerto Rico, but we want to come out and bring you guys way more content. That's kind of why we changed our tagline to all things lifestyle and business, because we just want to be able to just come out and talk to you guys, touch the people, touch them, and give you, what we putting down. If you like that, show us some love. Share us with your friends and family. And let them know it's time to get into the black. Bye-bye.